Today I just wanted to have a bit of a chat with you guys about the future of the channel and the future of me making content here on YouTube.
Yeah, this is a stunt right off the bat. This is the end of the channel. There is no, if I wrote Chop from the Point last episode, it's fucking probably get 50,000 hits. He knows this. Why I might be quitting is in there right off the bat. Yeah, it is. And he took the fucking thing down. This thing is obviously, you can see it's right here, it's unlisted. That's why I might be quitting. Well, this is my last ditch effort. But guess what, John, just like you said, we can take a break. You're not quitting either. You're just gonna try to do something else. You're looking for the easy, you're looking at the path of least resistance instead of taking the long road.
You should have put in not clickbait in the title. Like, am I quitting? Not clickbait.
Am I quitting?
Stars.
Yeah, that's what he should have done. Yeah. That's even. Am I quitting? Why I might be quitting? Why am I? Because things aren't going my way. Well, fucking quit. Why am I might be quitting? All right, you can't pay your bills. Go back to your fucking parents' house and go back to university. This happens to people. You're a grown up.
I don't really do this, especially not on this channel. Just sit in front of a camera and just talk about things. But I saw Jay Schlatt do it recently, and I guess I kind of got inspired by him doing that.
No, I thought you were inspired by your last self-immolation, empathizing with Dream. No shit. But now you're openly you empathize with Dream. And 90% of the videos, you empathizing over your personal situation. So now you're just being open about it. I'm not really empathizing. You should have empathy for me.
Well, I mean that's a step in the right direction.
I suppose.
Opening up. Okay. We're getting.
Last time Dream fucked, and I'm showing empathy. This time I have empathy for me.
For me, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Here I am, just ready to give you guys
rock you like a hurricane.
Where things are, how things are going. Before I talk about everything today, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's supported me the past few months, whether that be just watching, liking, commenting.
Excuse me. I'm probably going to have a Steve to leave moment. Excuse me. Let's see. I saw fucking, what's his name, write something. All right. Tipster wrote something. Okay. There you go.
Things are just a bit hectic at the current moment, and I'll try and explain today.
By the way, everybody's getting murdered with views. Some people think it's a YouTube Shorts thing. Everybody's getting murdered. All right, I'll give you an idea. Next month, I'm going to make $1,000 less than I'd usually make. Some of that's because I'm sick, I think. Some of that's because things are changing.
As many of you know, probably most of you know, I got into a massive controversy about 8 months ago involving the biggest YouTuber at the time, the most influential YouTuber at the time.
It doesn't matter. It's almost like saying, well, if he's less influential, I got away with it, right? That's the way I'm reading that. It doesn't matter. Like, he doesn't think he did anything wrong. Like, nothing.
There is zero.
There's nothing here. It's the same thing as last time, only worse.
Dream. For those that aren't aware of the controversy, I'm going to try and sum it up as quickly as possible.
That's a lot of money.
I'm a lying sack of
2
shit.
years ago, I was messing around on Discord with a friend of mine, and we were impersonating Dream to mess around with another person that we didn't like very much at the time. It was just
a fucking, like, was he 15 years old? I mean, that's what you get for hanging out with Lieutenant Cobra. Sleep with fucking wolves, man.
Instead of innocent messing around, I had something like 5,000, 6,000 subscribers at the time.
If it was innocent, why didn't you like him?
I was just messing around. It was very childish, very foolish, but I did it anyway, and somehow this information actually got back to Dream. Dream at this point had featured in my Minecraft documentary on my main channel, and I could assume he wouldn't have been too happy with.
I can't imagine messing with somebody that was 15. Like, messing with him, not fucking having a ring. Oh, you did it to Cobra. Like, yeah, I'll fucking scream and yell at him. Okay. But I can't imagine going out of my way and putting some fucking scam together to fuck with a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid. I can't imagine going out of my way. Saying they're an asshole that has terrible parents, that I can see myself doing.
Yeah.
But no, it's so weird. I just think it's weird to go the extra. Let's make a plan. Let's do an op. You know, they did an op against
let's do an op on a teenager.
On a kid that's like really likes Dreams content. Like, it's so weird, you know. And he was old enough to know better.
Why would you do that to it?
He's old enough to know better.
Like, someone that he had worked with in the past, collabed with, now impersonating him on other accounts. So he actually messaged me, what's going on? Why are you impersonating me? And I basically told him it wasn't me. It was someone else that got access to my account, and it wasn't me. Possibly the worst excuse ever, but that's what I did. And I guess it kind of lay dormant for like an entire year.
Yeah, a whole year.
About a year after that, whole situation occurred, I actually became critical of Dream, calling him out for a few things that he had done and a few things that
he smelled fucking money. Guy was huge. It's a commentator thing. Like, do you realize like 7 months ago there were jackass YouTubers running around basically pulling a Wall Street Journal on Dream? And what I mean by that is, what was that? He has too much power. PewDiePie has too much power. We literally did it to ourselves. We did it to Dream. Oh, stands are a problem on the website. Do you remember that? Do you remember that, Jeff? Remember that, Jeff? Remember that, chat? Yeah, like we literally Wall Street Journal ourselves. and he was going to lead the charge.
Somehow got its way to Reddit, in which Dream himself responded with the story of the year previous, the whole impersonation story. When I saw this post from Dream, I panicked pretty hard. I didn't know how far this post would go.
I never believed he panicked. Never believed it.
That Reddit got barely any traction, by the way. Reddit post, what John Swan first reacted to.
Yeah.
Dream posted on Reddit. It wasn't getting a lot of like.
I don't believe he panicked. I don't believe he. Maybe initially, not really taking total responsibility. It's like because you could feel a little bit of empathy. All right, he did something foolish and he panicked, but he was fully ready. And this is something that he's never owned. He was fully ready to use the lie as a weapon at Dream going forward. It wasn't like he panicked and it fucking he got out of it real quick. He was like, oh, I got out of it. Okay, now I can use it. Because most people, if they lie, right? Let me make this a little simpler. Most people, if they lie and they get out of something, they're like, that's Johnny boy. Wait a minute. Not only has it worked, I can pick up this club and I can hit you over the fucking head with it. That's demonish, man, if there is such a word.
He said some things that had connotations that just weren't part of the original. Some stuff like...
So he's theorizing that you were a fucking snake. He got some things wrong. So what? Overall, he was right. You know, like...
He had sent sexual messages to fans claiming it was me. That was like a quote from his Reddit post, which never really happened. Okay. It was, I mean, a message about someone working on a Minecraft sex mod.
Wait a minute. Didn't he make up the thing about the Minecraft sex mod?
Yeah.
And so Dream portrayed that as sending sex stuff to his fans?
Yeah.
Or saying that he was involved in some kind of sexual impropriety or some sexual deviance or at least some strange sexual debate. So let me get this straight. So Dream thought the lie about the Minecraft sex thing was trying to paint him as a creep? That doesn't sound crazy. You know, that sounds like, yeah. Well, I wasn't exactly doing that, but I was doing this, and it has to do with sex. Yeah, that's kind of the way he took it. Maybe that wasn't your absolute intent. Nobody will know. Nobody can get in your fucking head. Not anybody would want to. But no, that's trying to make him out to be a creep. Minecraft sex. Who else makes Minecraft sex? I know. The most insane YouTuber on the platform. Futuristic Hub.
Because I had built up my reputation as being someone really upstanding, someone that didn't take part in these sort of childish activities that I once did. And I could have grounded myself on a serious level with the content that I produced.
That's not true. And I'll tell you why. Not that I cared, because it's Bionic Pig. You fucking love torturing people. I tell this before. Every morning I got up, because he lives in a fucking time zone from 2 weeks from now. I was saw him up, and he was fucking with somebody. But on his stream, because he had power at that point. And he was, I remember like clicking on it and just seeing him sit there, because he has this weird kind of angle like this, and it was just like a weird grin. Yeah, it was like Bionic, like fuck Bionic Pig and everything. But it always seemed like it wasn't just busting nuts like in a chat. You know, it wasn't done and then left there. It always seemed like there was some kind of perverse joy that he was getting from it. That's my personal opinion.
There was harm being done. Like, it's not.
Yeah, he liked that. I think that's what he enjoyed the most. So it's not like he grew out of it like a year or two later and just came back to bite him in the ass. I saw him fucking with plenty of people on streams. You know, he definitely whipped up people to fuck with, and some of it was funny. I'll be honest with you know. But you know, I never bought this fucking. I was childish back then, and like 11 months later, I was a new man. No, it's shit. The narrative he's weaving. You notice like when he tells this shit, like he couldn't say, look, I just told this major lie to cover myself up. All right, most of you know about it. Let me go on to what I'm doing in the future. No. He paints this narrative that, yeah, he did this shit, but it really wasn't as bad as everybody thought it was. And then it gives you the impression, well, he doesn't think it was that bad.
I felt like if this gained traction, my credibility would be completely dashed. So I did possibly the worst thing that I ever could have done, and I ran with the story that I told Dream the previous year.
Used it.
The terrible story about someone else getting access to my account.
You gotta remember, he was winning with that story for a while. Mm-hmm. He was winning. Yeah. He was winning. If you know, you know. That's the thing with Nick Diorio. Nick Diorio's fighting with all his friends and telling everybody they're fucking stupid.
Yeah, and then weren't you like, this is gonna get fucked up?
I didn't know. No, I didn't think it would ever come out. I was shocked when Nick called me and said that first thing he did was apologize to me, and I think he might be right. Then Willie was in the call, and then when I give Nick an idea, it's like I give him like just the sliver, and then he comes out with all the particulars. So it was something to the effect of, so what do we do to make him talk? Well, Nick, we do what we all do. We record him. And Nick's like, okay. And then that's all that, like, I'm not saying I was responsible for the whole thing as far as, yeah, but I was definitely involved. And then like, okay, Nick was like, I'm going to do this, that, and that. And that'll get him to spill. And that's exactly what happened. So that's it. You know, he kind of got, yeah, we set him up. It was an op for sure. Yeah. After you fucking, I mean, he really, like, I don't think John realizes, and he probably didn't care and he probably loved for it to happen. But yeah, my news team was pretty divided. It was the most tension-filled time that I've ever had. And I haven't really had too much problems. And we were able to eliminate problems before they got out of control. Now we got like factions. I can't have that. So that's what you did to me, John.
And I came up with that terrible story in 17 minutes, which is why
You should have came up with a better story then, huh? That's what it sounds like.
it was so terrible. But
Not like, well, I'm gonna come up with a better story.
it was a moment of really intense panic and not knowing what to do, and I lied about it.
Buy that shit.
And I regretted it very soon afterwards.
No, you didn't.
At that point,
No, you didn't. If you know, you know. We got you on tape. That's not true. You didn't regret it. You realized it worked, it landed, and you used it to attack Dream. That's a fact. That's an undeniable fact. Maybe me and Nick, this conversation we had about Dream was just, maybe you're just not working. This isn't working because you're a liar, and everybody knows it. And it's just that simple. Everybody knows you're a liar. Nobody thinks Turkey Tom lied. They think he's an idiot. That's it. He's a fucking idiot. I mean, I'm sure some people think he did it like fucking maliciously, deliberately. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between first and second degree murder. Still murder. It's just like it's just people hate people hate murder. Like, people are more understanding about murder and manslaughter when it happens on the spot than they are. The laws are built that way. Than if somebody plans the murder. You planned it. It's unbelievable. Like, you had no guilt until you got caught.
I didn't really know what else to do, to be fully honest.
No responsibility. None.
Yeah, the situation really
None.
it broke me in a way that I
no. It broke you after you got caught.
Obviously, I've been in controversies before. Obviously,
no, you weren't. Only with me telling everybody. Only with me fight when you're telling everybody you're fucking full of shit.
I would say only you basically calling what was.
Yeah. Like you're a scumbag. And then the short period of time where I was like, well, him and Nick are working together. It seems to be working. I'm trying to be nice to you.
Yeah, you were waiting for it because you brought it up.
No, here's what happened. Here's the timeline. I thought he was a garbage can the second I met him. All right, the second I saw him Titan. Then the whole NCO thing came, and then he got smart and left. And then him and Nick started working together. Now I'm not one to get in between things, and he did do good things for Nick. I don't think anybody could fucking deny that. And they both kind of built sort of off each other. And then he had come up, and when I was doing news on the other channel, he had helped me out. That was a strange conversation. I remember that. Like, I was like trying to put things behind us, and I guess I was like, I'm gonna be cool with you now. And I was like, I really appreciate what you're doing. And it was just like you're speaking to a wall or something. He just didn't. There's no human relation there. It probably was only my channel because he thought it was gonna help him. I think it was the middle of the Onision thing, and I was getting serious views on the other channel at the time. Yeah, I don't know. Something didn't connect. When you talk to John privately, it's like talking to a robot in VR or something. Like one of those things that VR comes back and you test the VR.
You feel like something's off.
Yeah, like it's not responding to you. It's NPC. Not NPC in the fact that there's somebody stupid, but NPC in the fact that
you're literally not talking to a human.
You have three choices and you have a pretty good idea when you click on these three choices what the NPC is gonna say.
Yeah.
Usually it's used you're stupid. Like, there's something there, but there's nothing there. It's so weird with him.
10 days later, it came out that I lied about everything, and I basically just fessed up on Twitter, and I left for a few months to basically just evaluate myself.
And that's not true either. He made a alternative account and started arguing with everybody on that alternative account that fucking was criticizing him, except me.
Then deleted it. Didn't apologize for that.
Yeah.
Then he came back again.
Full of shit. Yeah. I mean, you're really full of shit.
And find out where the next steps were in terms of me making content or returning or leaving or what was going to happen. Obviously, this affected more than just my channel. It affected me mentally as well. I'm sure you can imagine having literally hundreds of thousands of people coming at you, calling you some of the worst things is not a very fun experience. I decided ultimately to return to YouTube because I felt that I could still offer something to the platform, and I owed it to the people that still want.
What is this honest fucking? I offer something like we work to give something to make YouTube a better place. You had just moved out, and you need to pay some motherfucking bills, man. They offer something to the platform. Like it sounds like you're league on a hockey team. So why are you still playing hockey? You're fucking 38 years old. You could have retired 3 years ago. I think I still have something to offer to the team.
How old's Yager?
Fuck what Susan Wojcicki thinks. I care. Maybe you said I still had something to offer the commentary community, but I still have the platform. Fuck the platform. I go to a new platform tomorrow, and then I made more money. TikTok, here I come. Hey, you know, like, who are you kidding?
So I did. I returned.
See, he's not like fucking Zaptai. Zaptai just wants to make videos. He wants his influence and the videos back.
With a few really quite tame videos, but unfortunately the channel state, as I'm sure you've probably gathered if you've been keeping up with my channel, is not good at the moment by any stretch of the imagination. To say things lightly, the channel is holding on by a thread at the moment. I've completely been kicked out of all of the YouTube recommendations. And the reason for that is that whenever people see my video in their feeds, they hit the unsub button because I assume some people just don't like me anymore. They don't want to be subbed. Some people just don't remember me and don't want to be subbed. And I see some people just don't care about the content and they want to unsub.
These are the consequences. Why are you telling people stuff they already know?
And those are 3 reasons. Usually you only have one reason people would unsub. They just don't really care about you anymore and they leave. But because I had this massive controversy, a lot of people just don't want to really watch anything from me anymore, which is fine. But those unsubs actually sent a message to YouTube saying that my own subscribers aren't interested in the content that I'm putting out. So YouTube does not put my videos in recommended at all.
Ooh, I don't remember getting recommended for jack shit. I managed to fucking keep on because I just drove through and lost subs for 2 years. 3 years, right?
Just held on.
Just held on. I have a dear life. I didn't have any.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't have any fucking job prospects. That was the real truth. Yeah. That's the truth. Making more money here, you know, even with the, you know, without beta or anything else.
Or it doesn't put them on the homepage. Sometimes it just doesn't notify people. It doesn't put them in the sub box. It doesn't put them where they should be for my own subs.
You're not a reliable source. I don't think you deserve that. Is that being unfair?
Here's the graph.
Oh God.
Before and after. And you can see how, like,
it's the algorithm. It's not me. It's not my behavior. This
like,
is the. Yeah, I see the graph. Here's a month of controversy. It should say.
Take a breath.
It should say beginning of consequence. I mean, that's what it should.
And the financial impacts from this, I'm sure.
You know, I like lost subs and all this shit happened to me. And I didn't do anything. I didn't like fucking beg Keemstar for money. I didn't do any of the things I was accused of. Like nothing, not one thing. All of it's verifiable. You know, and I still had to deal with it. Oh my God, grow the
This is
fuck
what we call a cause and effect.
Yeah, like exactly what I graph. Cause and effect. We should. Somebody, Pim and Pete, are you there? Could you change this and just write cause and effect?
Again, a dive, like considerably.
That's fucking funny.
And the financial impacts from this, I'm sure you can imagine, have also not been great.
No, I can imagine.
You know, I moved out of my parents' place
Like a month.
about a year ago now.
Oh, is it?
So
Oh,
a
a year
few
from-
months into moving out.
All right, so it's October. When did this happen? Like late January, February? Because I was in this house because I'm coming up on a year living here now.
Yeah.
Because,
When
like,
I
so
joined the team
all
is
right,
when it
he
started
moved
that.
in October, November, December. He went out of the house 4 fucking months, and we had
Right.
said that at the time. That you're probably gonna have to move home. Ain't no way. Yeah, all John ever wanted to be was a YouTuber. He didn't want to be anything else. Kind of like fucking Alex.
I got
to be
into
a
this
star.
massive controversy, which was not great. But thankfully, I am smart with money, and financial ruin for me is still, you know, quite a long way off. But just to give you like an idea of how bad things are.
You always go back with your parents. Who are you kidding about financial ruin? You have no idea what that means. You know, I just want to show everybody something. I call this the wall of John Swan right there. Because he built that wall. He literally did back. I just want to. Just a side note. Thanks, John. John built my wall. John built the wall.
He built
He
the wall.
literally built that wall.
He built the wall.
He built that wall from the
that
ground
wall.
up. Fuck, it would cost me $1,000. Yeah, thanks, John.
So yeah, things are not great financially. Things are not great view-wise. Remember,
Yeah.
this is how I make
Get ready,
money. This is my
motherfuckers.
job.
It's gonna get worse when
I
they
make
pass that bill.
videos to get views, and those views generate ad revenue. And that ad revenue, 55% of that comes to me, 45% to YouTube. That's how I make money. This is my job. When the views are this bad and the channel is doing this bad, you know, that does put into doubt in my mind about where things are going into the future, because it's my job, and it's my job
Fair
to worry
enough.
about it.
I get you there.
I never had this issue before.
That's the only fucking thing he said worth of shit here. I gotta worry about views. You can sit there, he got nothing for the views. I'm always amazed by that comment. Well, yeah, it kind of is like, you know, paying the electric bill.
Well, you're
You know?
uploading videos to a platform where the objective is for people to view it.
Yeah. Like I never really understand. You're just doing it for views. I mean, I suppose you could like even there's some things you shouldn't do for views, and there's things that exploitive, and
Right,
stuff like that. But
you get where I'm going with it.
I've never had a problem with not being able to break even in a single month. But now I have not broke even for about 7 months.
Beginning of consequence.
That obviously has a major.
I mean, it doesn't give you
financial
200K views. Well, it just lived its life. This entertainment shit, it comes and goes, man. People get sick of this shit.
and mental impact on you.
People don't buy Star Wars shit like they used to. Some of that's their own fault, but at the end of the day, it was always going to die. Star Trek's not as big as it used to be. That's not all woke shit either. Month of controversy.
I'm sure you can imagine just the money in my account every month going down and down and down and down and down. Not really.
I'm actually not imagining that at all.
Yeah, no, it seems like
I don't fucking care.
He acts like he's the first guy this ever happened to. Like, it's me. It's me.
Nobody ever loses a job. Nobody ever does that.
It's me. You don't understand. If you're not getting this, it's me this time. It's me. It's not Chris Hansen. It's not Benji. It's me. Me.
As I said, look, I'm not going to go under anytime soon. That's still a long way off because, I saved up and I don't spend money on things I don't need to spend money on.
This isn't going to help.
Things are not...
Well, yeah, he just wants to threaten everybody. If you really like my content, you better start watching me. But in fact, while you're at it, attack my enemies and critics.
It comes across as me just complaining about, everything that's happening, and I'm not even giving myself a solution. But I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do at this point anymore.
Grow up.
I'm really...
Grow the fuck up. That's what you're supposed to do. Grow the fuck up. Do what you have to do. Maybe the YouTuber thing wasn't in the cards for you. I wanted to be on the radio. I wanted to be the center fielder for the New York Yankees. That didn't work out. I would have loved to play left wing for the Rangers. I would have loved to have been in a super fucking band. My friend's band opened up for Linkin Park when everything you say to me. I watched that. That would have been nice. Didn't happen. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. Grow up. Just grow up. Please! Is somebody in that fucking house of yours or your parents like, hey, John, grow the fuck up! Anybody? No, we don't do that anymore. All right, I'm your dad. Call me daddy for a second. Grow the fuck up! Grow up, grow up!
At a loss. Because my videos take a while to make. I put pride into my content.
I thought you just copied them from Nick.
Videos.
Yeah.
I pump out videos more frequently. But that means the quality of the content would also have to take a dive.
You're an editor.
Which means
Go
the
back
people
to
that
Trove.
subbed for the high quality content would unsub once they see the content has dropped in quality.
I guess he doesn't go over the stunt he just pulled with Turkey Tom. I guess that doesn't play into his narrative very well, does he?
They'll have to maintain the same standard of quality, so that means taking time on videos.
And here's another thing. Gilfi, I've been accused of Gilfi. You fucking you sleep with dogs. You sleep with dogs, you get fleas. You fucking hang out with...
Yes.
You hang out with a bunch of jerk-offs. With the possible exception of Cordwit. And there are a bunch of guys that like to troll and fuck. It's the difference between trying to fuck. I don't want to sit there and bitch about trolling. Trolling's fun. But bandwagoning and hurting people is another fucking story. And that's what you like.
Yeah.
That's what you like the most. That's why you have fucking... That's why you and Cobra are like kindred spirits. But Cobra's like, I don't like that mask. You're fiddling with yours. Fuck the man. Cobra's like, fuck this shit. I'm a garbage can.
But then the videos just don't do well, and I don't make money, and I'm back where I started.
Get this, if your videos don't do well, you don't get money.
I wish I could just go back to the days where, I didn't have to rely on this, and I didn't have...
You were doing, back in the days, you were doing everything you could in your powers to work yourself in a position to make money. Who the fuck are you kidding? I was there, buddy. I just wish I could go back to the days when it didn't matter. It never mattered more to you then when you aren't making money. You don't want to fucking make videos. You want to be powerful. You don't fuck with people.
I'd love to sit on my ass all day and bring in a fucking $100,000.
I mean, I'll give YouTubers a little more credit than that. I mean, it is hard to come up with this shit. It's easy to criticize. And I'm not saying he's a no talent.
Yeah, right.
He's a no talent, but he's not the full package. And he knows it. That's a weird thing about John, because he knows he's not like fucking critical. Who's other good? He's not even as good as Tom. He's a really good editor. Strong editor.
Very strong editor.
Very strong editor.
That's a lot of money,
there's
I
something
guess,
game
for
show
a
about
person
him,
of
and
color.
it's always been game show about him. You ever play a Sea of Thieves, and you go in the storm, and the compass spins around? I think about John's moral compass, and that's where it's always in the storm, spinning around. Woo, look at that.
have to think about money or think about revenue, but unfortunately, I do have to think about it.
No
It's
shit,
a simple
Sherlock.
understanding
It's
of how
almost
money,
like a child is real. I need money to survive. And I bet you'll never call anybody a sellout again, will ya?
for it to get, 50K, 60K views. That's not sustainable for me.
No, you gotta get 100.
So I'm at a loss on what
You gotta get 100 living alone, 500 fucking video to raise a family. That's the way I look at it. You know, unless you're streaming, doing donation thing like fucking 4 or 5 days a week. There you go.
I'm supposed to do with my channel and my content.
You're a streamer, and I'm really a streamer. You're a streamer, and I have a lot of respect for guys that live off the fucking videos, man. With no other job. Fuck, man. That's a... Woo,
yeah, definitely not easy.
No, it's balls. Take some balls to live out of your parents, unless you're just so stupid and you think you're entitled to it. Which I think John's one of those people. It's always going to be there, and no one's ever going to take it away, and I'll be fine. And you know what? I couldn't do it either, so it's not like I'm going to jump on John for this one. I could not see myself at 40. Can you even now? And even now, you're approaching 30. Do you even see what your life is? But Jeff, you're kind of like a better person than me. Like, do you see where your life and have a plan or an outlook? Do you see yourself 40 years old, marriage, kids? You can even like imagine it, because when I was your age, it was like imagining the size of the sun. The sun is so much bigger than the earth. It's not comprehensible. Do you see yourself that late? Or maybe you do, because you kind of got your shit together more than I did when I was your age.
An idea, definitely.
You have an idea of it? Yeah, that's probably right. Like, I don't think he has any idea.
Yeah, 40 for me is coming in hot, and I can't even still imagine.
You still can't imagine. Well, you're retarded.
Yeah, like, I have an idea how things are going to turn out as long as I don't become a complete fucking retard.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. When you think like John, you don't think that far out. You just don't think. And I never thought that far out, by the way. Never. Not even in my 30s. You know, it's just like.
The thing is too, like, if you have a moral compass, you try to be a decent fucking human being.
Yeah. Well, I've never.
Don't lie about shit constantly. Like, life in general isn't that difficult.
YouTube isn't that important. You know, I get the whole die. You gotta hustle. You gotta stay in there. You know, maybe
absolutely.
Maybe you have to look the way on a couple other fucking things. You can't burn certain fucking bridges. I get that. And maybe if everybody knew absolutely everybody announced you, maybe they would know that you're maybe not as honest and moral as you're projecting. I get that. You probably could do that to me and Nick and anybody else that you respect. There's probably things that we have done that you don't like, that you thought we would have done under those circumstances. I'm sure you get that with everybody. But I mean, with John, it's like he does everything wrong. You're having another heart-to-heart with your fan base. Did the last one work? It almost feels like you're doing this. Like I get the feeling when you uploaded this, you were thinking to yourself, like the last time I empathize with Dream. This is because I'm pretending to reveal my soul. No one will attack me. That they'll get sympathy. You're just a listening sympathy. No, I don't fucking attack you. I'm a fucking bastard, and I don't think you're sincere. If I thought you were sincere for a minute, I wouldn't even be making this shit. But nobody buys it.
I don't really know what I am supposed to do. I'm really at a loss here.
You're supposed to put yourself, this one used to drive me nuts about the beta thing. You're supposed to put yourself in the best position to make as much money as possible and not like suck somebody's dick or do something illegal doing it. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. YouTube might not be in the cards for you, dude. And maybe 10 years, 20 years off. Maybe you get into it in your 40s again. And
that's not just YouTube. That's fucking every.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know. He's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Because it's me. It's me. It's not you. It's me. It's like, fuck out of here, bro.
I'm fortunate to have a fucking awesome career. I love where I work, and I wouldn't find any.
You fell into that too. You had a very different idea when I met you almost 10 years ago. What you were going to be doing by this time.
I did.
Yeah, and you just adjusted. You just adjusted. You wanted to be in sports. You wanted to do all sorts of things. You wanted to announce it. It wasn't for you. And now,
no.
And what did me and Dave used to say to you? We used to be like, maybe you should go. Like you look like John Cena. Like maybe go that route. It's like, nah. There's no money in that.
Well, yeah, and then I have to stumble across the company I work for now,
right,
and then
I got his own house.
Friends of those people.
You own that house, lock, stock, right?
What's up?
Do you own that? You still have a mortgage on that house? You own it lock, stock? Your dad paid off. I know that.
I've basically been paying for everything ever since my dad got sick.
Oh, so you still have a mortgage on it? All right, but that house is in your name. That's Jeff Huffman's house. Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
And trying to think of solutions, and no one can even help me.
Oh, get the fuck out! Now I don't think he's being mean. I thought he was just saying dumb shit. Now I think he's just.
So yeah, I don't really know. I
have a 45 on my right. I suppose I could put it in my mouth and pop my brains out in his head, but I don't know what to do.
It's always what I wanted to do. Is my job. It's my career. I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. University doesn't interest me. I could go.
Yeah, but you fucked this up. Can't imagine myself doing anything else. Yeah, so what? There was a time where I couldn't imagine myself not being in the New York Yankees. Fuck out of here, man.
Full scale into editing work, but even then,
no money
this
in that.
is really what I want to do. I don't believe that I deserve to be punished in perpetuity. 8 months on.
Are you kidding me? That's the total mass slip right there. I can't believe he said that. It's so clear that he doesn't think he did anything wrong or should have been punished. You don't think? You know, it's like that scene. I'm not giving anything away. I saw the new Sopranos movie. How familiar we are with Sopranos? You familiar with the character Christopher?
I actually, I have not watched it.
The movie starts out like this.
I need to.
Right? Where it goes through a graveyard, right? In New Jersey. As you pass the graves, you hear them talking and like about their lives, right? And you get to Christopher's grave and he's bitching about being in hell. Like, this is what it sounds like. This is John bitching about being in hell. Like, never mind. He even says something so stupid like, he goes, you know, my last name's religious and they still don't give a shit down here. You know? like Christopher literally says that. Yes, I'm sorry. Michael Imperioli is in, big spoiler, he's in fucking Many Saints of Newark. All right, but it's like the first seconds of the movie. Michael, can you believe this? My last name's religious, and I was an altar boy. That's the first scene of the movie. That's what it sounds like to me. like I don't think I should be punished. Like that's what Christopher thought. That's what Christopher thought. He I shouldn't be doing any of this. He said I experimented with a criminal lifestyle. My name's religious, and now I'm in hell. This is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like something to me out of Dante's Inferno. Like if you read Dante's Inferno, it's a bunch of people bitching that they're in hell and why they really don't deserve this shit. like really, I'm totally wrong on Speed of Psychopath. I'm really old. I never should have said that. You and Steve DeLeaf should go bowling. Apparently, I made him out to be a fucking social justice warrior. I don't know, despite his content being social justice warrior-esque. And then you. I'm so out of line here.
The effects from that is still not lifted. I thought by now, surely things would have gone back to normal, but they just haven't. You know, I'm back at square one. I never seem to be gaining anything.
You tried a stunt on Turkey Tom. You did a stunt with his girlfriend. You never did. You never would.
I've been stuck with the same sub count now for 8 months. 165,000 subs. I haven't.
Anybody connect with that except other YouTubers? Why would you say that to the public?
Okay, so people in the chat, though, I know this isn't a love phones, but this is how not to get laid.
No kid's pathetic.
I haven't even grown the channel at all.
All right, ask yourself right now. I want to put a 1 in the chat for Deji and 2 in the chat for John. Who's a bigger loser? Fucking John or fucking Deji? I think it's clear. I mean, John has literally become the characters he used to make videos about.
I actually don't. I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close.
Like Deji's been successful, and he had a breakdown later in his career. That's one thing about Deji. He never quit, no matter how stupid a fuck up he did.
No, he's still going.
He's still going.
Is John Swan a bad guy?
I think so. Probably. I'm not. Maybe. I don't know. Does it matter? Hey, that's another thing you gotta ask yourself. Does it really matter if John's a bad guy? If John made videos that I fucking liked, I'd probably watch them. This is fucking amazing.
I'm sure you can imagine making video after video after video, and every single one of them flopping. Every single time you upload, you lose subs. Every single time this happens, that takes a mental toll on you. And I went 3 months without making anything because I just didn't feel like making a single thing. I was completely demotivated. Demotivated in a way that I've never ever felt before. I've had creative dry spells, but this was something else. And I don't really know. I don't really know what the next steps are for me and my channel. I have seriously thought about just quitting because I can't continue to do this forever.
No, nobody can unless you get rich.
If I go into editing work, I'm not going to be able to work on this.
Go to school.
So it's like one or the other. Either this works out or I do something else. Because making videos takes so much of my time. I can't just
It's like a passive aggressive. I'm going to take my ball and go home, and but nobody cares if you take your ball.
Spend half my time making videos and half my time doing whatever else. I have to put all my all into this. Otherwise, I'm just never going to get a video done. Yeah, and I'm kind of just at this.
That's how any fucking
crossroads where I'm like, I don't know if I can continue with my dream if I'm not able to sustain myself off it anymore.
Are you gonna cry on camera?
All this because I made one.
I think he's trying.
Mistake.
You didn't make one mistake. You made a series of mistakes to cover up the other mistake.
Fucked up multiple times.
When you said you learned your lesson, you continued to make more and more mistakes. You insulted the fucking public with your fucking cry fest. Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? You know what, John? I want you to look at me real quick because you're probably watching this and you're a fucking egomaniac. All right, this is a conversation. I want to think about the conversations we've had over the years. All right, you never listened to me. You only tried to persuade people that I was wrong. And this is before any of this shit. I want you to think about what that means. You never listened to the words that were coming out of my mouth. And by the way, I turned out to be very right about you. And very right about YouTube and things in general. You always just decided to dissuade even me about me being wrong. Now, not to say that I'm always right or I was right every time I talk to you. That is the crux of your fucking problem. You want to paint a narrative. You don't give a fuck about the truth. So, all right, leave me out of it. You don't listen. You only want people to believe what you're putting out there. If it's true, that's great. If it's not, that's your problem, in a nutshell. That's it. Remember we were talking about fucking Susie Lou? The whole thing we got in the big NCO fight is when I first started to realize you're a douchebag. A year later, you're kicking off with Susie Lou. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I was kind of right. And I said I was right for the wrong reasons. But, yeah, maybe it was right to cover Susie Lou back then. It's just like me saying something congratulatory. Like, I was trying to congratulate him. And he was like, no, I stand by what I said last year. It wasn't a good thing to cover Susie Lou at the time, which led... He just, because he has to be right. And then he was right. Maybe it was right. I had to wait or something like that. We were all saying, me and Nick got in a fight with the whole NCO because you guys wouldn't fucking go after these dudes when you guys say you're for fucking free speech on the platform. This is a real clear-cut opportunity. You and everybody else in there told us to go fuck. And then when I brought it up a year later, isn't it ironic? Just like a passing comment that was complimenting you on your success. You turned it into a fucking argument. And then when I caught you stealing from Nick, you suck your fans at me. And I fucked them up with your 100K. Fuck Billy Baines up. Fuck your homeboy. No, not him. Too bad. What is this? A-star? I don't know why he still hangs out with you. You're a loser. But then that's it. This is the end of the day. It's the truth doesn't matter. And for a long time, you got away with it. You want people to believe a certain thing. You don't care if it's true. Your whole video is that. It's just that simple. That's what I wanted to say to you.
I'm sure you can imagine the last few months have not been...
He did cry. I think he did. He might not be capable. That's cruel.
Even during the drama, I like to put up this facade of me being, the uncancelable YouTuber, but on the inside, I was just screaming and kicking the whole time.
You weren't. If you know, you know. If any of you guys are feeling sorry for him for one fucking second, go listen to the Nick DiOrio tapes between him. He is absolutely, without a doubt, no remorse. No remorse. He's not even remorseful when he's approached by Nick after Nick relays it. All he says is, no, not like this. There is no remorse. There is nothing in his behavior to suggest there was remorse. Again, it wasn't, that lie got me out of that one. It worked. Let's use it. Let's finish the job I wanted to start. On a lie, based on a lie. In the eyes of the people, I think it's actually worse than what Tom did. This is my disagreement with DiOrio. I kind of believe him, I kind of don't. If he put banger videos, it wouldn't matter if he fucking shot people. People are that fucked up in the world. Yeah, it's just, but I guess that's the reason he can't get going again. The reason he can't be accepted as a decent person again is because of this shit. Yeah, it'd be I've heard people say, I don't like Howard Stern, but I listen to him every week. He made a career on that. Yeah, sure, because he was entertaining. John's not that entertaining. He's only entertaining to freaks like me that watch. I like watching bad people just crack.
I'm sure all of you have had a lie that you've told that spiraled out of control somehow, but it just didn't happen to you on the internet.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't remember fucking making excuses about it. Why it's your thing is it was a freak occurrence. It was just, it was like lightning striking, and he just got really, your whole thing is you didn't do anything wrong. He just got really unlucky. I mean, that's the vibe of the whole video.
Public figure, and I know my standards of which I'm supposed to be holding myself to are supposed to be higher.
No.
But
you're not higher.
I did exactly that.
He thinks public figures are higher than regular people. That's fucking funny.
I made a stupid mistake that spiraled, and I've suffered a lot. I've suffered a lot.
If you want forgiveness,
I realized while editing this video, I didn't even film an outro.
I got one. This one's called Cat Circus. No, that's not it. Hold on. That's it. Oh, there you go. Okay. This one's called Cat Circus. This is your outro, John. Nah, it's not on the main screen. All right, John, hit it.
I don't really know what else to say. I don't know how to end a video like this. I guess advice. Maybe any creators watching, reach out.
Shut the fuck up! That's my advice.
This is my first time ever tackling anything like this. I've got no idea what to do.
I do.
So I guess.
Shut up! Go to school! Stop being a bitch! Stop being a big old bitch!
Appreciate that very much.
Grow a pair! Be a man!
All the support has been amazing.
Take responsibility! Stop acting like this is a lightning bolt that hits you! No, it was your responsibility! It's irrelevant! Well, I don't think I should be paying for it this long! It only should have been 3 months! Who's a bigger clown right now? Unbelievable! The John Swan Clown Show never ends. Fucking unbelievable. I have no idea how you get to that. avoid that.
It's still funny.
You're a douche.